Hello everyone, welcome back to GegaBuilds Update channel. Today we bring you the latest construction update from the new Camp Nou, as FC Barcelona continues its push toward the crucial 62,000 seat capacity milestone. With the 1C license now officially submitted, discussions around a possible January 25th opening gaining traction, and the club projecting up to 360 million euros in revenue once the stadium reaches full operational capacity. The pressure and expectations are at an all-time high. In this update, we'll break down the most important developments across every section of what remains Europe's most ambitious stadium project, based on the current status of works. We begin today's update in the Tribuna area, which at first glance looks calm. We start by looking at the upper section, where recent work focused on installing metal sheet panels across multiple areas. From this perspective, these appear to be metallic panels rather than drywall, and they have now been placed throughout this section. At the moment, no active work is visible in this upper zone. On the right side, we can see a worker positioned on scaffolding near a black beam. Below, the tower crane is currently stopped, with its chains hanging. Today, there are no trucks delivering new prefabricated stands for the third tier of the Tribuna. As we move through the Tribuna area, some sections show very little movement, while others have limited activity. Several aerial platforms are operating, mainly focused on interior zones. Another aerial platform nearby is working on installing missing components in the elevator structure. Now positioned directly in front of the lateral side, we can see a red crane dismantling a scaffolding structure. The corner area shows no major changes at the moment, and activity here is minimal. Above, two pillars for the compression ring are installed, with additional components visible nearby. Aerial platforms are present in the upper areas, but are currently stopped. In front of the slat installation area, no new slats have been added since the 31st. To the right, the elevator structure still needs to be built. Most aerial platforms and the orange crane used for slat installation are currently inactive, suggesting a quieter workday overall. Starting next week, work across the stadium is expected to return to full pace. In this area, progress is limited because the stair structures are in place. Looking up toward the first cantilever, there isn't much activity. The glass panels have not been placed yet and are still pending. Switching to a wide panoramic view, we can see the new access doors, improving crowd flow on the lateral side. Nearby, workers are removing vertical safety bars. The main black structural bars are already installed at the top, so these smaller temporary safety elements are now being dismantled. Moving slightly to the right, we can see a crane that is currently inactive. Behind the yellow crane, a large prefabricated piece remains stored. In this corner, activity remains consistent, with multiple aerial platforms operating simultaneously. Most of the work here is related to stair and elevator structures. Progress in this sector remains slow. A nearby structure that had been lying horizontally is now being lifted. Once the chains are secured, the crane raises it vertically. Rather than being installed immediately, the structure is repositioned and left standing, indicating preparation for a later installation phase. At the parking ramp, the lateral walls have already been concreted, and work continues with multiple workers on site. Some reinforcement elements are still visible. We now stand in front of the diamond zone. This area remains calm, with no visible active work. Materials are still stored here, but overall, this section has seen little movement. The area showing the most activity in the Tribuna is beneath the slabs, where aerial platforms are working on lower structural elements. Recent days have focused heavily on installing and adjusting the pipes underneath the slabs. Some work is also ongoing around the pistons, with multiple platforms positioned across the area. In this section, we notice scaffolding surrounding a pillar that previously lacked reinforcement. Now the rebar is clearly in place, and workers appear to be adjusting or preparing to remove the scaffolding. We now arrive at the south goal area, where an aerial platform is active. Workers appear to be performing work on one of the beams. A machine is being used, possibly for drilling or surface treatment. For now, work continues on that beam as the crew remains focused. In this area, the situation remains unchanged regarding the slat supports. The diagonal connections for the supports have not yet been installed. Some work is also taking place on the upper beam beneath the hollow core slabs, while additional aerial platforms are nearby. Along the beams, Metal bars are being installed on the front faces, elements already seen throughout the lateral side. Many of these beams and brackets remain unpainted. The contrast between the black painted wall and the unpainted white beam nearby is noticeable. Inside the structure, welding work is also taking place. At the north goal corner, a new diagonal support has been installed. Although the block wall still needs painting, most of the structural supports in this zone are already in place. Aerial platforms are active here, working on slat support areas. Anchors remain the main pending task. In the central area of the north goal, several aerial platforms are operating. Connections for the slat supports are now clearly visible. Despite starting earlier than other areas, the formwork and scaffolding in this section have not yet been removed. The corner area remains calm overall. Welding work continues on specific components, and hydraulic pistons are being addressed. Recently, the block walls in this corner have been fully painted black, giving this section a more finished appearance. If you enjoyed this progress report, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a single update on the stadium's transformation. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next Camp Nou update.